the big, dumb, sloppy ending. We cut to the safe house, and I do, again, this movie, there are sporadic moments that I like when it's, hey, the safe house, how safe is it? And then M opens the door, there's Bond, he's like,
it's safe.
I like stuff like that, but that doesn't make me like the overall movie anymore.
No. I'm not arguing with you.
Here's what's stupid, though. They have their quick moment where Bond catches everybody up to what he's been doing, and then out of nowhere, Madeline's like, bye.
I can't go back to this life, and I'm not going to ask you to change. This is who you are.
You're saying goodbye.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Madeline's just
They're like, you know what?
I'm gonna leave
I don't need to be
now.
with you anymore. I'm going to leave for the plot. I got to
Yeah.
leave. The writers want me to be in this building for some reason.
They could have done it where Bond went to Morocco on his own, and in the meantime, Blofeld managed to have her kidnapped. That would have been more believable than all of a sudden she's like, I think I want to leave now. And the moment she leaves, she gets kidnapped. As opposed to what happened like 30 seconds later. Bond gets kidnapped and he gets taken to where he was basically headed anyway. They were headed to CNS, but CNS and MI6 are literally a bridge away from each other. So they take Bond to where he was headed to anyway. They might as well have just set it up so that Bond and Madeline were in the same car with Mallory, and both of them were taken. And when they got to MI6, Bond went this way to go see Blofeld, and Madeline went this way to go get tied into a chair. That would have been fine. Anything. Literally anything would have been better than her being like,
Then just like, I got to go.
I got to leave.
I got to leave.
Why?
I can't be a part of this anymore. Bye.
Yeah. Ugh. That is one of the most sloppiest things. I think in Bond history, that is the sloppiest moment ever.
It is an example of like, we want this thing to happen.
Yeah.
But then they're like, well, how do we get there? I don't know. We'll figure it out later. And then they never figured it out. So they're like, whatever they had left, they're like, okay, cool.
Yeah. So then, Mallory goes to see C with Q. Obviously, C didn't watch Casino Royale. Never assume that your desk gun has bullets in it if someone ambushes you from the shadows.
And now we know what C stands for.
Cunt.
Blofeld should have had a fucking bandage on his face. Him just having that scar out, that not a scar, just having this gash in his face is so dumb. Bond's like, ow, that must hurt. It's like, yeah, that must hurt. You would have a bandage on your face. It's so laughable.
Nah, it says cooler that way, man. So cooler that way. No, you're right. Charlie, if this movie was a two-parter...
Yeah, I already know what you're going to say, because it's exactly the way it should have been. He should have had a bandage on here, and then in part 2, then he's got the massive scar that we all know about from Yolt.
I'm working my way up to that rant, that this movie should have been a two-parter, where Blofeld got away.
Or a trilogy, or whatever,
yeah,
you know.
Blofeld should have gotten away. Definitively, he should have gotten away. Even if this was the last Daniel Craig movie ever made, Blofeld should still have gotten away, because that's what's
I'll drink
next.
to that.
Shooting down Blofeld, cheers to that. Shooting down Blofeld is dumb. It is dumb. I mean, if you're in a helicopter, the moment you're being shot at, they would have just veered off. But they don't. They just stay the course so that Bond can easily wrap up these 4 movies in a tight bow. There's nothing about that tying it up in a nice bow that completes the story.
Finish it.
It just takes Blofeld, who's supposed to be the biggest baddie ever, and makes him look completely inept. He looks more inept than Silva ever did, than Green ever did, or Le Chiffre ever did.
Or any of the other Blofelds that we've seen in the movies.
He's made to look even dumber than Largo. Him just having his stupid helicopter shot down and not getting away makes him the worst bad guy of all time. He's supposed to be the biggest, right? The expectation is he's like the biggest baddie of all time, but he is lower than dirt the moment he allows this to happen. The biggest baddie of all just gets shot down by not Bond's other gun, but by his Walther PPK, because it's super special. Do you know what I'm talking about? He's shooting, he puts away that gun, he pulls out a Walther PPK, and that's what takes down Blofeld's helicopter. Which again, for the millionth time, I feel like my intelligence is being assaulted and insulted. And it's because, Bond fans are supposed to just go, oh, he pulled out a Walther BBK. Oh, my God. But instead, I'm just like, No, that's stupid. What you did with it is stupid. I hate you now. I hate you. Blofeld being taken down by that is like, okay, he's not the biggest baddie. Silva's better than him. Green is better than him. Lashif is better than literally Mr. White. Everybody is better than him. He's like this stupid asshole who's so caught up in getting revenge against his brother, I guess.
Well, that's brothers for you. They always know which buttons to press.
Yeah, better movie. He would have escaped because then they could do the next movie. And if he had gotten away with some evil plan and gotten away, then I'm like, oh, it's like talking about the Ant-Man Quantumania movie that we did.
No, dude, Infinity War. If only Infinity War had come out sooner, then the Bond producers would have chased that trend and said, oh, let's let the bad guy win and then come back for a big finale. Honestly, CNS should have come online. C is killed, but CNS comes online and Blofeld heads it up. So now Blofeld, the biggest baddie, now has the greatest intelligence apparatus ever conceived. And now, come movie 5, Daniel Craig Bond is on the run. He can never show his face on any camera ever. He is hunted globally. Imagine James Bond defeating that. That is a near impossible task.
Great. You set it up for like, now I feel like Blofeld has earned his spot at least. If you take out the brother stuff, as being this amazing, great bad guy that you wanted to set up.
It would have been a bad guy plot worthy of Blofeld and Spectre.
Instead, Bond just shoots him down with one bullet, and Blofeld is a big dumbass.